Hello and good evening, you Pompey fan. You, in today's late news for Tuesday the 11th of March, John Messino is warning about Plymouth. These are his words.
There's been plenty of promise since the new manager has come in. We have to be really wary of that and make sure that we're right on top of our game, and we put in a similar performance to what we did on the weekend. We're still focused on trying to get to 50 points as quickly as possible. If we won another game, we wouldn't be sitting there thinking we're done, definitely not. The target for us has always been 50 points, and hopefully that's enough. If not, we'll keep going off the back of that. We know how hard it is to come by points in the Championship, so we just have to make sure we fight and earn every one.
John Messino is also talking, those are wise words. He's right to say those things. We mustn't be complacent against Plymouth. He's also been talking about the fact that the international break is coming at a good time for two key injured Pompey players.
All of a sudden, I think, at the back end of the international break, if you look at someone like Shocks, he'll be, 6 weeks into his recovery for a 6 to 8 week injury. Rob Atkinson, all of a sudden, will be probably about 4 weeks by the back end of the international break. So if we can get through that international break and get to the back end of it, some of those ones that felt really long term at the time, like Shocks and Rob, when you say 6 to 8 weeks at that point, they feel really long-term blows. If we get through a couple of those weeks straight away, then maybe those are back. But Jordan's the one we should have back for Blackburn.
Yeah, a friend of mine said to me before the Leeds game, we're literally limping our way to survival. Dean Adams is always upbeat, and here he is talking about his predictions for the Plymouth and the Preston game.
I know we didn't do too well at Luton the other week, but we've had one or two decent performances away recently, and I can see us taking something from that with the firepower we've got. So, 3-0 win against Plymouth and a 2-1 win at Preston.
Well said, Dean. Hope you're right. Also in tonight's news, Terry Devlin has been promoted from Northern Ireland's under-21s to their senior side for internationals against Sweden and Switzerland. What a good spring this is turning into for Terry Devlin. However, a note of caution on Andre Dozzell, who is on 9 yellows. If he picked up a yellow against Plymouth, then he'd have a 2-match ban. Now, John Messino has already said that he's considering starting Devlin against Plymouth in midfield, considering rotating the squad, and that's probably what he refers to. Elsewhere, the football news agency website, The 72, there James Ray and Charlie Hodgson have been predicting Pompey versus Plymouth. James Ray goes for a 2-0 win to Pompey and Charlie Hodgson for a 3-0 win. And on a very sad note, Dean Windass, who we saw plenty of on the pitch against Pompey, playing for different teams, and is remembered by myself particularly scoring a very scratchy header at Fratton Park for Hull. At the age of 39, his son, by the way, is with Sheffield Wednesday. Dean played 643 games of professional football at the top level and scored 198 goals. And his son is well underway at Sheffield Wednesday. He scored 40 goals in 143 games. The sad news being that Dean Windass has come out and announced that he is battling dementia and understandably finding it very difficult. So our thoughts are with a man who was a pain in our side as a very effective, bullish forward and very successful forward, and who is now involved with a different opponent and a very difficult one. So thoughts with Dean Windass. This is Pompey Sound.